Right now, you can make a really good argument that Bryson DeChambeau is not the best player in the game, but he's the most popular player in the game.
And isn't it interesting too, Rex, along those same lines, like a few LIV players might hold the keys to this thing. Bryson DeChambeau spoke Wednesday in Hong Kong about his future. There was some social media rumblings. Is his contract up? Is his not up? Did the PIF reject his number? We're not going to get into all of that, but he was asked point blank, do you want to set the record straight? And Bryson said on the record, he's excited about his future with LIV. It's going to grow at a, quote, exponential rate. Look, Bryson DeChambeau is an employee of LIV. I didn't think he was going to sit up there and say that he's, exploring his options right now like a disgruntled wide receiver might in a press conference. But he and Bryson DeChambeau's reps must know that he has a lot of leverage right now where, he's maybe the most popular player in the world of golf right now. He's the reigning U.S. Open champion. He is the player,
maybe,
along with Jon Rahm, along with Brooks Koepka, who are really the players who, if you're the PGA Tour, want to reintegrate back onto the PGA Tour. Bryson being, I think, the clear number one in that respect. If he defects back to the PGA Tour, if he's unable to come to some sort of term with LIV on his next contract, I mean, it's hard to imagine LIV surviving his defection. And so Bryson, Brooks, Rahm's under contract for longer, but like those guys all of a sudden have a lot of sway and are very influential in sort of what the future of this deal could look like.
Yeah, it's a good point by you, and I actually brought up a similar point on golf today. He's under contract with LIV Golf, so I would not expect him to stand up there and talk effusively. However, I will go back to 2 years ago. I was covering the LIV event down at the Doral, and I ran into Bryson in the lobby of the hotel, and we sat and spoke for about an hour. And make no mistake about it, he is passionate. He is bought in to Team Golf, LIV Golf, his team, the Crushers. Like, he wants to make this work. So I don't know that whatever it is that the LIV folks and the PIF folks believe is that different from what Bryson DeChambeau believes. Now, I think there's probably some middle ground when it comes to would he like to play a handful of PGA Tour events? Absolutely. I'm sure he'd love to play next week at the Players if he didn't have a conflicting event and it was allowed. I'm sure he'd love to play, whatever the case may be, Scottsdale or all the events that he loves so much. But he has bought into this product, so I'm not surprised by those comments at all. I guess the part that surprises me is when you have Bryson saying that on the same day that you had Rory sort of dismissing the idea that we have to have a deal.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems counter to what golf fans want. It seems like parallel tracks, which at this point in time, 3 years on, really seems to be doing no one any good.